Hey, I'm Dr. Jarika Dodd, founder and CEO of Your Pharmacy Advocate, and I wanted to share some thoughts with you about this whole pandemic that we've been in. So, are you using this time to grow? I mean, really, are you growing? Will you be able to turn around whenever all of this is over? And will you say that I had a season of growth? Because I'll tell you what, if you are not growing, you are dying. Like there's no stagnant, there's no in between, there's no middle ground. You're either growing or dying. So it's so important that when this season is over, that you are able to turn around and say, I grew. I was at point A, now I'm at point B, and you want to be able to say that you were growing. Don't look back on this season, because I'll tell you what, I know that we all had to adjust in the beginning. We all had some adjusting to do because the couch, the bed, the refrigerator, everything that shouldn't have been was calling our names. It was really a challenge to adjust to being at home, to not having anywhere to go, to not having our normal routines. And I get it. However, I think we're on week, 6 now? So whether your state has lifted the restrictions or the stay in home or shelter in place recommendation or not, you should be able to look back on these circumstances and say, I was growing, I grew, I mastered this, or I accomplished that. You want to be able to say that you grew because there's definitely enough TV to watch. There's definitely enough food to eat. And oh my gosh, you probably could have slept 10 hours if you wanted to. However, did you use this time to grow? Because if we get to the end of this, the whole world practically stopped or slowed down drastically. So to get to the end of this and we haven't grown, that'll be really sad. So I'll tell you, as I've been working with my coaching clients, that's one of the things that we have made sure to be very purposeful and diligent about, is making sure that we are growing during this time, whether it's figuring out new marketing techniques for our businesses, whether it's talking with new potential clients, whatever it is that could be done during this time, we were making sure that we spent this time growing. It makes sense. If you're not growing, you're dying. So you don't want to look back on this time and think, wow, I had all that time and I didn't accomplish anything. I didn't get anything accomplished. What you want to do is look back on this time and say, I got projects taken care of. I crossed some things off my to-do list. I made sure that I learned a new language, whatever it is, whatever skill you needed to develop. You want to make sure that this time was about growing. I talked to a couple of potential clients today, and one of the things that they shared was that they just felt like they were stagnant. They weren't moving forward. And so I explained to them that it's really, really easy to start getting focused on the circumstances around us, what's not working, what's not going right, who did what to me, how so-and-so treated me, whatever. However, what about if we looked at those circumstances as the setup for you to grow? Those circumstances happened. That person did what they did. They said what they said. The job laid off or whatever happened. So you could be set up for your next growth spurt. How about that? So make sure that when you're thinking about where you are at the end of all of this season of staying at home and sheltering in place, that you remember that you had an opportunity to grow and you took full advantage of it. Because like I said, you're either growing or you're dying. Take care. Bye.